particular video. One, you got to ask yourself, you're just coming out of a relationship. What do you mean your time is being wasted? Okay. This is somebody that was looking to leave her boyfriend, Victor Cruz. Again, y'all know I made a video about him. Just to be single again. And I guess she thought that she'd find somebody by now. And again, listen, when you in a relationship with somebody, okay, and that person sells you a dream, that's all it is. You know how many women who are married, you know how many women that are in relationships have men who get in their ear and they tell them how much better they could do without the guy that they're with, how they can do this for them and that for them. And after a while, those women believe it. And then they walk away from the relationship and think that they're going to have that lifestyle that they were told, only for that guy to be there temporarily and then be out the door because he didn't really want you like that. You were just somebody they wanted to conquer. You were a conquest. You were a challenge. And I'm not saying that's what went on in her situation, but again, this is a woman who recently got a relationship and already out here talking about dudes wasting their time. The only time a woman tells a guy not to waste her time is really when she's doing the chasing. After a while, you know, the guy goes from pursuing to she's pursuing. She don't want to be making those phone calls. She don't want to be texting. She don't want to be setting up no dates. So here they go with the "you're wasting my time." That's what it is. Because if you're a woman with a lot of options, you wouldn't have to worry about a man wasting your time. Because you wouldn't put yourself in that situation. She might be close to it. I mean, you just never know what goes on in the mind of single women these days. Even it's a signal of it's not my fault, it's his fault. He's responsible for why the relationship didn't work. Okay, so you can do better than Victor Cruz. Why haven't you been able to do better then? Just like Saweetie, she pretty much checked out of that relationship during the quarantine. They were quarantining separately. Whenever a woman doesn't want to be next to the dude that she's in a relationship with, a dude that she wants to marry, that's a sign that she's checked out of that relationship already. And she's looking for the next thing. Why do you have to stay, on a different coast and you don't even go and see the guy like that? You don't even go and see the guy like that. So I want y'all to understand something, man. A lot of times when we get into these situations with women, they want to seem as if they are still have value, that men should want them, or that men should stop beating around the bush, that men should pursue them harder. I told y'all, man, women don't hate being approached. They actually like being approached, but you can't approach them in a creepy manner, of course. But the compliments, they love all that. They love all of that. So a lot of times in regards to Karrueche and women like this who feel like men are wasting their time, it's not because anything that, that guy's pursuing you and he's not doing enough. It's because you're pursuing him. Whenever the tables turn and a woman starts to pursue a man to try to get his attention, she feels like he's wasting her time now, when really he wasn't that serious to begin with. And a lot of times women got to understand that a lot of these guys may not be that interested in you. They just want to have relations with you, but they're not being upfront and honest. And women got to understand, I know the social programming has told women that they cannot be honest about their desires to have relations with men. Let me tell you this right here. Even though people say I'm critical of women, I'm not critical of women who are single living their life. If a woman wants to go and get with this guy or that guy, that's her choice. I'm not going to police her choices. But if you're a woman that's in a relationship and married and you're out here flirting with other men, trying to get the attention of other men, then yeah, there's going to be criticism there. Because you're looking for something that you don't have already, that you have already. And you're only going to build tension in your relationship because you're going to compare that guy, you're going to compare him to the guy that you're with. You're going to compare your husband or boyfriend to this other guy that you're interested in. And the guy that you in a relationship with, he's going to notice that. He's no dummy. He's going to notice that you're comparing him to the other guy. You'll be like, especially if she goes with the my friend this, my friend that, trying to get this guy jealous. I've seen women literally do things to try to get their husband or boyfriend jealous. They will ask you to come around knowing that the boyfriend or husband might be there. They'll talk to you, be flirtatious with you. So, honestly, again, whatever single women do, single women do. But a lot of times, when you are in a relationship and you're thinking about leaving, you better not be trying to form no relationship while you're in the one you got, because whatever you're trying to form may fall apart. I'm not saying that's what happened with Karrueche, but you just never know. If a man really wants you, he's going to do everything it takes to be with you. That's why I think women got to get better at reading men, because obviously they're not very good at it. Obviously they're not very good at it. They're not very good at reading men. So because of that, they end up making videos talking about they don't want their time wasted. And they're only making these videos because they are now pursuing men. And they don't want to be in that situation because for so long, they've had men pursue them. But now they are pursuing that man and they feel some type of way. They feel some type of way because that man is not really chasing them anymore. He's turned the tables on them. They're looking desperate. They don't want to look desperate. So she wants to tell men and other future men she will get with to not waste her time. But she has to understand, man, there's going to be men that aren't interested in you like that. A lot of these guys, if they can have relations with you without giving you a commitment, they're going to do that. Because a lot of modern women are delusional. They are very delusional. They are super delusional. They believe they should have more than what they have. Instead of them dating the men that actually want to be in relationships with them, they want to chase men and get into these situationships, and they think that they can change that man's mind. No, you're not going to change his mind. Look at what's going on with Derrick Jackson. Look at how many women, look at these side chicks that knew this guy was married and got with him anyway because they thought that they could take him from his wife. And they think that makes him look bad, but it makes you look bad, especially if you so-called educated and you have a level of attractiveness. Why are you dealing with a married man? That is a you problem. And whatever happens in that situation with you two, I don't really care. Because you knew the guy was attached and you got with him anyway. What kind of sympathy do you think you're going to get from anybody? You're not going to get the sympathy that you think. what you're going to get is people making fun of you, people laughing at you. Because that's all I'm going to do. You know these guys are married and you still having affairs with them, and then you want to put them on blast. Shout out to David.
That she better not waste my time. Unamused.
Appreciate that, David. Shout out to David. So understand this, people. If you are a woman and you consider yourself to have value, you should never have to tell men to not waste your time. The only reason why you're saying that is because you find yourself in a situation where you're doing the chasing, and that's not where you want to be.